Welcome back, everyone, to 2017 Blade and Soul World Championship. We're at almost the last match with Group D, showing us the last two teams to see who's going to advance to the next round. And who's going to go against Bad Intentions down in the loser's bracket. But we will have BABBAB from China going up against the almighty GC Busan Blue. And that will close out today's first sightings of these teams from World 2017 Day 1.
Can you say the Chinese team name again?
BABBAB.
All right. I just wanted to hear that again. I just wanted to hear that again.
It's spelled B-A-B, B-A-B,
Yep.
as we see on the screen, and that is how you pronounce it. Unless you guys can give me other translations or other pronunciations to how to pronounce the name.
Yeah.
The team from China, though, definitely they're really looking to be a driving force in this World 2017, but they have possibly the worst possible matchup against one of the best teams I know in Blade and Soul, which is GC Busan Blue. That will be their first match they go up against in World 2017, so they got a tough matchup to go with. Yeah,
definitely, and I can't disagree with you on this. Usually I love disagreeing with you, Joe, but this time around, yes, the Chinese team, the Chinese players are pretty experienced, you know, regarding other regions, but Korea's GC Busan Blue, you can't ignore the fact that they are the Season 1 and Season 2 back-to-back winners and the second place of Korea Finals. And they've only lost to GC Busan Red, their sister team, which they practice together all the time. So, you know, it's always up in the air of which, you know, either Blue's going to win or Red's going to win. So that's just what happened. But that's how strong GC Busan Blue is. And they have to go up against BABBAB.
There's really a BABBAB, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you say that again?
No. Let's go.
Okay, but GC Busan Blue, there's nothing else to say for these guys. I mean, any description we put to these guys, it's kind of a wasted moment because everyone who have been following the Korean Blade and Soul scene knows exactly how good they are. And only recently to GC Busan Red, they have been faltering to only a minimum extent. Other than that, they have been dominating the Korean Blade and Soul scene for the entirety of 2017. And they really work just as hard to really continue on their dominance, hopefully in the World Championship. But there's going to be their first opponent in this tournament will be BABBAB from China. And there will be some questions that we have to ask to Blade and Soul, along with Ending Life. We have to ask him, can you stop laughing every time I say BABBAB, please? It is a struggle for me to pronounce that name every time since I'm the play-by-play. I have to say these names a lot more than you do.
BABBAB.
Thank you for saying that. Making me feel a little bit better. But
right now on screen we have
BABBAB and we have Feng Shi, along with Zhu Xiaoshen and Zhao Ziwan to bring us up into the side of China. There you see so many classes registered for some of these players. Only Zhu Xiaoshen has the assassin kind of being the main of that, but the other two players, Zhao Ziwan and also Feng Shi, also has 8 to 7 classes registered for them. So expect a little bit of flexibility from these guys. You can expect anything you did.
Yeah, and exactly what you said. And I just want to mention that Zhu Xiaotan, the assassin, is a very experienced player that participated in last year's and the previous year's Worlds, and he is a very formidable assassin. So even though he only has that one class registered, better watch out.
Zhu Xiaoshen is a guy to be watching out for because remembers this guy from far back, and if with any decent memory that I am aware of, if he can remember the player's capability, he must be a very good player. So Zhu Xiaoshen, better watch out for that guy. But an introduction for another assassin who's the top class currently for all the Korean assassins. It is Dae Choi you see on the screen here. He is the top assassin and very much acknowledged by every player in the Korean Blade and Soul scene. He is a superstar for the side of GC Busan Blue. But other than that, Yoon Tae-son and Yoon Tae-jung also have been stepping up their game. It's not only the support for Dae Choi, but now they're kind of making the name for themselves as well as very superstardom kind of players that they really want to be dominating forces in every aspect of the game. And these two players also to be watched out for along with Dae Choi.
Yeah, and I also want to mention, and give props to Yoon Jae-jung, who is a summoner main originally, but now has been playing the Warlock ever since 2017, and he has been improved. Like, we can see his improvement playing the Warlock. And right now, for the first matchup, we have Feng Shi on the Assassin versus Yoon Tae-sun's Blade Dancer.
Feng Shi. On the Assassin is something that we want to see. You see the Assassin being procced by every single member of this side of BABBAB. So anybody can play this class, but it's going to be against Yoon Tae-sun on the Blade Dancer. So good to see GC Busan Blue back after 2 months of break approximately that we haven't seen these guys. This is a very familiar faces we see on the screen. We know how dominating they were. I want to see how they're going to bring that dominance onto this Chinese team of BABBAB and see how they're going to really make their plays speak for themselves. But we are going to game 1 to see whether BABBAB or GC Busan Blue will take the first point in this best of 4 series. We have to find out who's going to take the first win. Let's get it on. Here we go for the first match. Feng Shi on the Assassin along with Yoon Tae-sun. Very familiar face on the Blade Dancer.
Yeah, and the loser of this whole game or this whole match will be going up against Bad Intentions.
Oh
so
my goodness.
Whichever team it may be, they're going to have a hard time. Bad Intentions going to have a hard time, and they are going at it very slowly.
Back to my RPG reference about the final boss appearing too early. Will be the same situation for Bad Intention once again. Actually, Feng Shi getting a good early damage onto Yoon Tae-sun, getting him into the air with the bombard, and onto the wedding now. The flower down in case of escape. Another bombard connecting after that stun. Feng Shi really doing very well. Another body swap onto the stun. Another bombard. Yoon Tae-sun
is basically done.
He has no answer for all of this. There's so many damage coming in, but he has no escape to escape from any of these.
The back roll chase, if he procced that landmine, it would have worked, but
wow. The song, we didn't expect this type of struggle against any side. But another body swap into the CC. To the stun with the bombard. Another strike.
Oh
could do
my,
it.
he's going to finish it with the high wire.
What a stylish finish from Feng Shi.
He looks very happy.
He dominated Yoon Tae-sun. I mean, that's a sentence that I really didn't find myself saying in the entirety of 2017. Yoon Tae-sun, he looks very surprised. That's not the typical expression that you see Yoon Tae-sun making, but he seems very, very surprised, just as we are. But the strength of BABBAB is really under the shackles now, really under the veil of trying to reveal themselves one by one. But Feng Shi on the Assassin, very, very well composed and beating on the Blade Dancer. Not a typical opponent that you'd like to beat with the Assassin, but very easily done from time to time. Stun after stun, after no escape. Tae-sun tried his best to escape from all of this, but nothing to do when you're that little of a health late in the game.
And he died. And, you know, I just want to say, yeah, we've seen, you know, the Korean teams, the Korean players play throughout Season 1, 2, and Korea Final, so we know how they play. But, you know, the Chinese team and any other experienced regions that came to World Champions, we haven't seen too much of them other than the regional preliminaries or group stages per se. And, you know, we don't know how well they'll play against other regions until we actually finally get to see them today. And this is the outcome of, you know, BABBAB, a Chinese team, getting their first point against GC Busan Blue.
And Zansu Yan is going to be bringing out the summoner. That is his choice, but it is up against Jaeyoung Choi on the Assassin. He's trying to be the savior, trying to retaliate all the struggles that Yoon Tae-sun has shown in Game 1, trying to take a revenge against his opponents in Game 2 now. But he's up against a summoner, and that is a little bit of an unusual pick. When you're a Korean player going up against your opponent, you don't see the summoner in many occasions. So Jaeyoung Choi has to be on the uphill battle, trying to get a win over this unusual pick that he doesn't typically is usually seeing. So Choi, a big work cut out for this guy.
Yeah, we'll see how Jaeyoung Choi plays up against the summoner, and the music has changed, and it is telling us that we are ready for our second set. Let's get it on.
ending. The more games that GC Busan Blue loses from here on, everything that I said about GC Busan Blue goes out the table because we just expected them to be almost dominating every team they would face in the Worlds 2017, but that doesn't seem to be the case because Game 1 showed that BABBAB was very well prepared in the matchup against GC Busan Blue. As I say that, Choi puts out the initial strike.
Yeah. And the Summoner is out of his escape, which means one more bad CC, or not bad CC, good CC from Daeyoung Choi might finish this round.
Ziyan has to be a little bit careful, not be overly aggressive without that escape available. Daeyoung Choi, knowing his situation, going to go that initial strike. There's the stun.
Double knockdown.
The bombard is going to be happening. 2 stacks of that. Put in a lot of damage,
oh,
but
no.
Ziyan already knows what's happening.
The leap
and
is
the
not
stealth
down.
has already been procced. Got 1 second in advantage over that, so now doesn't have that stealth available, so the tab escape. Without that, both players now need to be careful on very similar HP boss.
There is the lead, and like you said, Daeyoung Choi is out of stealth. Same goes for the Summoner. No escape, and 1 bad CC, and now the leap is used!
Has to be extra careful now. Now we know Daeyoung Choi likes to go aggressive in this situation even without the escapes, but I think this personally, he has to be a lot more careful than he usually likes to do in the Korean scene.
Yeah, 5 more seconds until he gets his stealth back. He is slowly making his move. Same goes for the Summoner. 2 more seconds until they both get their escapes. There we go.
Both players now get their tab escapes back with the Lotus of Escape. Coming back from Daeyoung Choi in a matter of seconds now.
Yeah, and you know, Daeyoung Choi knows that if this goes down to the TKO, he will get the win for sure.
Yeah, with all the healing.
Yeah, the Summoner has crazy super heals, so you know, even though the health bar looks very full for the Summoner, he has to knock out or kill KO Daeyoung Choi if he wants to win.
Definitely, and Daeyoung Choi, after realizing this situation, he's kind of going passively, just running away from all the pokes the Summoner's trying to throw out, even escaping from the cat with that stealth as well. But Ziyan has to be, like you said, overly aggressive to knock off Daeyoung Choi with all the damage, but putting out damage is Daeyoung Choi onto Ziyan. Put that bombard. Try to put in some consistent damage. Now it's going to be tab escape gone for Ziyan. Now Daeyoung Choi can either go in aggressively, but he has very little HP to work with. The stun does come up. Bombard comes in. And then with all that healing, it seems like Daeyoung Choi might be ahead on the damage shot. And that is definitely so much more damage than Ziyan threw out initially without that heal. Oh, Daeyoung Choi going aggressive. He doesn't want the TKO. He wants the knockout right here. And there he goes. A victory for Daeyoung Choi and the side of GC Busan Blue gets 1 point back.
I just got the goosebumps at
wow.
that. And well played.
Such finesse from Daeyoung Choi.
But I want to say they both played very well. Even the Summoner, he knew exactly what to do. If it was any other assassin, he might have had the victory. But unfortunately, it was Daeyoung Choi from GC Busan Blue.
But right now, you saw that the TKO definitely would have gone to the favor of Daeyoung Choi because of all the healing that the Summoner did. Just being even at least a little bit close in the HP bars already secured Daeyoung Choi's win, but Daeyoung Choi, man that he is, doesn't want to go for TKO. He wants to go for the knockout and assassinate, just as his class indicates. Did exactly that in the last few seconds. It's good enough for the win.
Like even up to the mid-late game, Summoner knew exactly what to do. He was healing up, keeping his distance, throwing those super sunflowers, and trying to knock him off. But at the end, when Daeyoung Choi got his stealth back, he played aggressive, and he knew he was safe to go in with that escape available.
Daeyoung Choi makes his redemption count onto Yuntae-san, who was knocked out in Game 1. Gets the Game 2 victory right there. And it's 1-1, even now going on to Game 3, which will decide it all. It's currently even, and that 1 tag point win, it's going to be 2 points. It's going to be giving us 3 points to either side, which will be good enough to get the win in the series. So, BABBAB, along with GC Busan Blue, they have to be careful and they have to be cautious, but at the same time, they have to be good enough and willing enough to get this tag win right here, which will get them into the next round.
Yeah, we will now finally see what composition BABBAB will bring out, and it is Assassin, Warlock, and Summoner. This is a very unique composition. And you know, on GC Busan Blue side, very solid. We're used to seeing this.
Oh yes, very Korean composition, definitely with the Assassin, Destroyer, and the Warlock. But like I said, BABBAB, they did a very unique composition with the Assassin and the Warlock and the Summoner. we usually like to see that Summoner be something of an else and something a little more stability to the team, but want to go for the all-out damage in case of the Warlock knockup into the Summoner, interfere with double potential damage with a burst.
They might make it a 4v1 with the Familiar out for both the Summoner and the Warlock, so a 4-man attacking one guy in the air is definitely gonna, you know, delete the character in the air.
That's a little boom right there, just the way you explain it. So much damage potential with the Warlock and the Summoner right there, but even the Assassin is going to be bringing constant damage, so this BABBAB team is not falling back any matter of the second. They're just going forward with all those attacking prowess. Kind of looked at it here, but BUSAN didn't work out with the Assassin that he brought out earlier, so he's going to go with the Destroyer to help out his teammate, bring a little more stability to the composition. Right now, it's going to be the first match. Tag match that GC BUSAN Blue will be facing in the Worlds 2017. Whether they're going to win against BABBAB will be a question, because after game 1, it just doesn't seem like anymore that GC BUSAN Blue will dominate every team they will face. It'll be a very questionable thing that they'll have to find answers to one step at a time.
Yeah, and this is the last set for this these two teams, and the loser of this team will be going up against Bad Intentions right after this match. So whichever team is the loser, the Bad Intentions is going to definitely not have an easy time.
Final boss at level 2. Feels bad, man. But it's gonna, whoever it is, it will be decided in this game, in this tag match. Game 3, deciding whether who will be the winner between BABBAB and GC BUSAN Blue will be decided right here. Tag match number 3. Stay on. Go. Feng Shi brings out the first initiative for the side of BABBAB. Dale Choi on the Assassin. The mirror match with the further side of GC BUSAN Blue. They are 1-1 even on the scoreline, so one win. This tag match will get them enough points to earn their team a victory into the next round.
Ooh, Dale Choi and she are both out of stealth. They are trading off like pros.
Feng Shi doing very well in the early parts of the game, forcing out the escape from Dan Choi while having to use his as well, but all in all, going even with Dan Choi is an accomplishment in itself. But
alright, there we go.
First defensive interfere coming from BUSAN on the Destroyer. Really nothing to do there other than to save Dan Choi from that damage.
Dan Choi is trying to get close. He does have the flower down.
Now he forces the defensive interfere out of Zhao Shen.
Alright, the time distortion does give the Assassin his escape back, which was actually 2 more seconds left anyways.
All in all, for the Summoner, this is what they were looking for with that damage potential, with that interfere. It's a little bit of damage onto Dan Choi, approximately 40% to be exact.
As long as Feng Shi is able to stealth and just buy time and wait for that opportunity for the Summoner and the Warlock to interfere in, you know, this is doable right now.
Dan Choi really not making anything happen for the time being. Yu Zhang does come in for the Warlock for the first appearance that he made at this Worlds 2017. Comes in for that interfere. Tries to go for an offensive interfere, but nothing coming through as right now.
7 more seconds until that force attack happens for both of them.
Well, Feng Shi going for the damage now. That's a very dangerous situation for Dan Choi. Keeps his distance. The damage will come through. Force tag on both sides. No chase obviously coming from any of the sides, but now BUSAN on the Destroyer. I gotta throw him up into the air.
Alright.
There's that full Summoner and the Cat away from each other. BUSAN really looking at his personal redemption from game 1.
BUSAN try to make his move, but it is not good if the Summoner is gonna keep distance and keep poking you.
Iron Plating negates some of the damage for now, but Ziyuan!
Wow!
So much damage onto the Destroyer. Maybe BUSAN, if he doesn't find the answer anytime soon, he might have to tag out for a better option to go up against the Summoner.
And the time distortion coming in, allowing him for more comfort. BUSAN took a lot of damage right now. There we go, finally makes his move.
His chance now to go a little bit aggressively. There we go.
Dan Choi comes back in. Double ice mine, alright, good.
Very, very nice. Coming from Dan Choi, masterful with that ice mine. What he continues all with that is going to be another question.
Double shadow slash.
Yeah, one more into the air actually, into the shadow slash was a unique combination.
Yeah. All right, taking it slow. Daeyoung Choi is actually out of stealth right now, so he is going to put down the flower and play it passively.
But Daeyoung Choi is getting harassed once again. All over the field.
Tags out. Yoon Jae-jung comes out now with the Warlock.
Jae-jung, we haven't seen a sight of him throughout all two singles. Comes out for his first appearance in World 2017. Out onto the field. He's going to be going up against the Summoner. He's a Summoner main, by the way, so he knows exactly how to play against this guy. But Hong Shi is back on the field on the Assassin.
Good defensive interfere by, both sides. Daeyoung Choi came in fogged and, stealthed Yoon Jae-jung to make a move. However, the defensive interfere coming in from BABBAB paused that interfere and made him waste one interfere each, and it was a good trade.
You definitely see that BABBAB has definitely a resource advantage currently with the tag point being one more up compared to UC Busan Blue, but UC Busan Blue has much more interfere points than BABBAB does on their side, so have to trade of resources is maybe what the teams need to do to get things done, but Choi comes out to interfere as we speak. It's into the air. The Warlock kind of putting some damage now. Hong Shi taking a little bit of damage, but the damage chart really does end there.
Oh, Yoon Jae-jung actually takes some damage right now from that interfere from the Summoner.
Yeah.
All right, well, they both have their interfere, so let's see who will make that first move to go aggressive.
Gonna go for the landmine, tries to knock him down. Coming from Yoon Jae-jung. Most of the time, distortion.
20 more seconds until Yoon Jae-jung is force tagged out.
Hong Shi has about 30 seconds, and he has to stay out of the field if he wants to get that free tag on. Oh, but Yoon Jae-jung going for it.
All right, forcing that Lotus of Escape to be used.
Very evenly matched towards both sides, really. You can see those both players on both sides really trying to measure each other to see what their best move is against their opponents.
The landmine won't connect, and stealth is used by Daeyoung Choi. Same goes for Shi. And he is force tagged out. No chase is happening.
Maybe Daeyoung Choi's chance to tag out as well if he chooses to, but moderate amount of health. Yeah. Stealth being out, but going up against the Warlock. He's going to take some damage now, which might be a signal for him to tag out anytime soon. Yutasan does come in on the Destroyer with that defensive interfere.
Yeah, good iron plating.
Trying to negate most of that damage, which he does with the iron plating. Daeyoung Choi goes in aggressively. He's not about backing up.
All right.
Gonna go forward any time of the day.
He forced that tab escape from the Warlock, forcing him to tag out into the Summoner.
So already, suddenly, it's now resource ahead in terms of UC Busan Blue. After Daeyoung Choi uses that tag, it is completely even. Yoon Jae-jung has both escapes up.
All right, now Yoon Jae-jung as a Warlock definitely has to do some damage output right now.
That's again doing pretty well in the Summoner, dealing out the damage when he gets the opportunity, but Yoon Jae-jung, knowing the Summoner all too well, he has to find a little bit of a counterattack. He's going for the cat initially, not going for the Summoner right away.
All right, the cat knocking down Yoon Jae-jung forces him to use his second wind.
Yep.
Yeah, he is a Summoner player, so he should know what to do against the Summoner. But this Summoner knows what to do against this Warlock.
Oh, definitely. And Ziyan has been doing some homework to prepare against Yoon Jae-jung. He knows that Yoon Jae-jung is a Summoner main, and No will be very knowledgeable in terms of the trade. But Yoon Jae-jung, will he be able to tag out in time?
Yes.
He does.
Wow.
Very close. Good, yeah. Daeyoung Choi comes back on the field. Yoon Jae-jung is safe for now, and that's very important because the Warlock can have so much utility and some stability to your team as well. Going to the later parts of the game. We are going to the later parts of the game as we speak. The 3-minute mark will hit, giving all the interfere points back over to every 6 players.
Yeah, and this match is very close. I haven't seen any team go up against GC Busan Blue and have such an evenly matched match. Or actually, rather, just looking at the health
but Ziyan taking a lot of damage from Yoon Jae-jung. Will that be enough damage? Barely.
Almost.
Sure, comes in from the interfere and interrupts a little bit of that damage. Oh, now Zhao Shen comes in right in, but is chased as soon as he comes in. Now Daeyoung Choi coming for the interfere. So much damage coming from the side of GC Busan Blue.
Ooh, that was very close. Zhao Tian on the Warlock finally comes out, and he just takes tons of damage.
Yeah, definitely, and Daeyoung Choi doing a very good job of making that interfere count. along with his teammate, trying to put in that damage. Now Yinjajang comes in, time distortion to give. We have that cooldown back.
Yep. There we go. Comes back, goes in. Now, both sides don't have any interference except for the two players that are on the field. So when they go in, until they go in, there will be no help.
Seems like David Choi kind of found his scale and finished with the warm-up. Going a little bit more aggressively now than he did in the early parts of the game.
Yep. And now he's used his stealth. He has to be careful because the BABBAB does have that one guy with the interfere left.
Dan Choi going to distance himself for that force tag, a free one. Too much of a distance for Fengshi to go for the chase. Now Yuntae-son, we haven't seen too much of him so far in this tag match, but he will be back out onto that destroyer against Fengshi.
Yeah, 1 minute and 20 seconds left until the match is over.
Last tag point being used by Fengshi to bring Ziya. Now there's no way where he's going to just tag on as soon as he is tagged in. Ziya's trying to stay around a little bit longer, but Yuntae-son making his job difficult to do that. That is the last tag point being used by the side of BABBAB, and now Zhao Shan back out on the Warlock.
Yeah, Zhu Zhaotian has to stay out now. No more tag points. His teammates do have interfere points to help for defensive or offensive points, but he cannot tag out until a minute and 25 seconds.
Dan Choi trying to go for that little clever leech onto that Warlock coming for the interfere, but doesn't get too much done.
All right, 40 more seconds. Both sides right now, the two Warlocks have to stay out, except for Yunjajang. He does have a tag point, but you know, we will see how he manages to use that last tag point.
Now Shan, he's the one in a little bit of trouble. 1 minute, it doesn't matter because the game time is running down to 20 seconds now. I mean, with the summoner, with so much healing that it can do, it's very unpredictable as to what the damage chart will actually look like in the end.
All right, there we go, trying to do as much damage, but the iron plating saves GC BUSAN Blue from taking any more damage.
Time. Very good of them now.
6 seconds.
Remember, the winner of this match does advance to the next round. The loser of this will go to the loser bracket. But that's going to be Zhao Shan, knocked out in the very last second. And that might be enough damage to clinch a victory for GC BUSAN Blue.
Yeah, and BABBAB, like you said, had the summoner healing up like crazy, and at the end taking that much more damage.
And that last bit of damage was only a 60,000 difference. So it was that last bit of damage, and without that, they might have lost to BABBAB in terms of damage shot, but it was a good series of last counter strike in the last second or so to finish him off, and so much damage dealing into the BABBAB's heart, which knocks them down into the loser's bracket with GC BUSAN Blue. Not the easiest win, of course, in the series, but does advance to the next round.
Yeah, and I can see on GC BUSAN Blue's face that, you know, they are pretty shocked that, you know, China was able to fight back at them with this much force and gave them such a hard time.
Definitely.
And now, BABBAB being the loser of this match, they will be going up against Bad Intentions from EU, and that will be the last match for either team.
And now the important thing for GC BUSAN Blue is that they cannot underestimate any of the teams in Worlds 2017. They know they are the best in Korea, but that does not automatically get you a win in every single series that you face. You don't know what to expect from all of these teams out here today. Like, definitely faced a lot of surprise against BABBAB today, and maybe they learned their lesson getting onto the later parts of their matches. They'll stay a little bit more focused, work a little bit harder, get their wins later parts of this Worlds 2017.
Yeah, and BABBAB being such close competitors against GC BUSAN Blue, I wonder how well they'll play against Bad Intentions. And you know, to be honest, I don't mind whichever team makes it up, but EU is their first time participating in this tournament, and if they do get knocked out right away on the first day, I would feel really disappointed because I would want to see more teams from Western and NA to make it up.
And not only you and I, there's so many people that would be disappointed if Bad Intentions does get knocked off in day one, but we will find out if that will be the case. After a short break, we will be right back with the last match of day one. We're going to see Bad Intentions face off against BABBAB to see who's going to advance to the next round and who will be eliminated from the day one of Worlds 2017. So we'll have a short commercial break and we'll be right back. So stay tuned. You left me with no choice, my back's against the wall.